comes in with so much promise.
I'm over him already.
You think he's not gonna be on
If
magnitude?
there was only a guy who could score 3 goals in 5 appearances, come
Do a little dance.
make a little love, get down.
Obrigado tonight.
You know, hit him with that.
Bound the cases tonight.
Yeah, come through with that. And
Hey, happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. It is now the official start of the fall in a lot of people's eyes.
it's spooky season.
Hey.
Spooky season has arrived. We are here. Wake me up when September ends. Es septiembre con olor a diciembre. It is winter is coming. It is
Pumpkin season.
pumpkin season since July. The turkeys are being stared at as we speak. They're being lined up. The turkeys are coming out of their coop for the first time ever. From their little cage that they've been raised in for the first time ever.
Like how plump did we get them this year?
So they're making their way downtown on death row right now. The turkeys.
Well, unfortunately,
Very, very morbid.
I know you went south with that one.
It is Labor Day. We are recording this Monday because Sunday night happened and it didn't work out for many of reasons. But it didn't work out.
But we're here.
We're here Monday morning.
It's Labor
Day.
How you doing?
We're getting ready to go to a barbecue later.
Chill vibes. I hope everybody had a good one. I like to do as little as possible this weekend, except for like your traditional, like, you know, like let me go meet up at a barbecue. I really like. There's people that want to be like, let's be out, and I'm like, it is called Labor Day for a reason. I'm trying to.
But yet you were out this weekend.
I went out for Saturday, but that was my normal like Labor Day out for like barbecue food and stuff like that. It was chill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't.
So
like,
then, but you went out.
I went out, but I'm not like. There's people that were like, let me go be up till 4:00 in the morning, like partying. I'm like, nah. I figured out I'm washed. I like the day. I like the day stuff. And then as if it's like a normal day, like you do a brunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time it hits nighttime, you've already gone through your hangover and you just want to go to sleep.
Okay.
Instead of you feeling all of that at 5:00 in the morning and then we're going to sleep and dealing with the bullshit later on.
Yeah, but you still went out. You say you don't really like going out, but you went out. That's what
I
I'm
don't
trying.
really laboring.
But then your words are wrong.
Because there's people that just want to do shit like, let's go hiking. I'm like, no. Like,
Laboring.
like
this guy did 9 months real quick and then he has to go into labor. Let me do these quick 9 months because it's my labor is Labor Day. That's the day where everybody gives birth.
pretty much. Yeah.
This is where all those May and June babies come from. From Labor Day. Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Got a little too excited.
Your
And then
parents
here
got-
come all these fucking what's Scorpios or whatever.
Oh, man.
Whatever is the astrological sign that makes people crazy. That's when those come out.
Oh, man. Well, it's the NYCFC Forever podcast.
Listen.
Everybody.
And now con mucho,
What's up?
mucho.
Amor. What up,
We're
everybody?
giving you the our
astrological signs.
our diamonds are forever.
There are stars in the sky.
This is going off the rails quick. Like, what are we talking about right now?
You went to Guatemala.
Because I started talking about astrology and shit.
Scorpio,
So now
Libra.
I'm like, what the hell? What's going on in my
You got
head?
a little magical sound in there?
Yeah, actually, I do. I got this thing called
Libra.
Libra. Yo, what'd you do to me? You broke.
I broke Sanchez.
So, as you were.
If y'all don't know, this is an NYCFC based podcast. I'm starting to say, I want to say saying this earlier now. If y'all fuck with this, like, subscribe, share it, leave a comment. Hopefully it starts doing the subscribe thing on YouTube.
We're gonna
have Walter Mercado give us.
We're gonna give you NYCFC's past and future this episode because we're reading the cards out tonight. We're reading the cards.
Yeah.
And Pendejo popped up. Nick Cushion's at the wheel.
He said Pendejo popped up.
The card. I'm driving
Oh man. For that, I want to give people a little context if they don't know. Walter Mercado, which I'm pretty sure if you're listening to
was
this,
Latino Miss Cleo.
Yo. And it would come on
Primer Impacto.
which was a show about like the wildest news. It
was like the
normal,
National Enquirer for actual news.
Yeah, it wasn't like, let
me look for the most craziest Florida man thing.
Pretty much. And that's Primer Impacto.
We'll report that.
But all of a sudden, at a point, I think
Primer Impacto reported on the fight that happened, the whole event that happened post game at the Orlando away match that year.
Oh, yeah,
My grandma saw fellow NYCFC fans, supporters, mugshot pictures on Primer Impacto.
Yo, Primer Impacto used to come on like at 3 o'clock.
No, 5 o'clock. It was a 5 o'clock.
It
was a
yeah.
5 o'clock vehicle.
And everybody's like, when you get from school
Before
that
the
shit
real
would be on.
news. Yeah.
It were before like the
local
6
news.
o'clock local news. Primer Impacto was at 5 o'clock. Yo. And Walter Mercado would read out the tarot cards.
He give everybody astrology.
He got a little advice, what your future, what you're looking for, and he would just do it with some flair. This man had the pizzazz.
Gemini.
Ooh. Beo.
Beo. So much.
If I find one, I'll put a photo here.
So much sass that it was great. There's a really good documentary about him.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
HBO, I think, is the one that did it.
HBO. Yeah, there's a really good the rise, and I don't want to say downfall, but the end of his run.
Yeah, he's a very flamboyant person.
Very loved in the Spanish household.
It's just
you got me with that, bro. Really, really fucking got me with the very smooth Libra.
Because that's how he would do it. That's how he would do it. He would just hit you real quick with the like,
Scorpio.
Yeah. Veo amor en tu vida.
Veo amor. Pero cuidado, porque los más cercanos de ti son los que más envidia.
He would legit try. He'll put a. Oh man, we're teaching people fucking Walter Mercado on a soccer podcast.
Yo, there's like Kevin and Case right now are driving around like.
You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised. Walter Mercado was known, man. He was known.
You gotta put a picture of Don Walter on the.
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting a picture right here. But oh man,
he was our Miss Cleo, and it was really good times. But our past, our present, and our future for NYCFC do look a little bleak.
It's looking, man. We have to start the conversation about if at this point we need to lower our expectations for the season.
Wow.
Because it's looking like we're not getting past this hurdle of being our own worst enemy.
This is who we are.
This is who we are right now. Like, we need to figure out how to mentally...
This is who we've been for the past 2 seasons. This is who we've been for the past 2 seasons. This is who we are now. This is who are we going to be. So let's start accepting this. Tauro.
This episode's gonna go nowhere.
What side are you?
I'm Libra.
You're a Libra. I'm a Capricorn.
Oh man.
You know what? The rock people, the people who hold the pebbles and the
Okay, gotcha.
astrology
I know
people,
what you're talking about,
they have this thing. It's no longer your sign. It's now, is your moon rising?
Oh yeah,
or is it crescent? Or is it this and is that? And I was like, yo, I'm from Jupiter. Because y'all get more stupider.
Stop. Stop it.
Like, what are y'all doing? The moon. I see the blue moon rising. No, what are we doing here? Like,
that's how it is. Yeah, you have a part of your.
Yeah, it's a whole thing now.
It's a more rounded version of your astrological being.
I've had my hand read.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I've gone to I've had my cards read.
Me too, regularly.
Yeah, I did it one time after I went to Charlie's bar. Shouts to Charlie.
I don't practice Santeria.
Across the street, there's across the street. There's a lady that does the readings, and my friend and I was like, one day we were just like, you want to just? We went and then.
Yo, we should go to the lady around the corner.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have one of those around my house, and
the card reader.
I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Psychic card reading.
Want to know what my biggest thing is? And shouts to shouts to that world. I'm not trying to get on your bad side. How do you afford that rent? I don't ever see you open one. And two, you in a location where you would think that rent is crazy.
Yeah, well, they got the stars on their side. The moons and the planets.
There you go. Las estrellas.
Las estrellas y los planetas.
No. But
let's
like, bring it back to
NYCFC. Like our stars.
There you go.
Our stars aren't shining bright like a diamond.
It's no, man. It's honestly because you see. I would say you have to admit that there has been a progression, an upward progression since the season started.
Yes,
like we are playing.
We are a better team today than we were in the season started. Correct.
But there's just that one thing that just hovers over us, like just like bad breath. It's just we mentally collapse on defense for some reason. Every single time every time we get scored on recently, it feels like it's just us giving away those goals or forgetting that our defensive assignments. Like, because what was the stat? It was before the loss was 4 straight draws.
MLS draws, yes.
MLS draws in the league.
Yeah, that was a stat they showed on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you said it earlier off camera, we're 5 winless.
Yeah.
And those 5 all those, and I won't say all of them, excuse me, are our own doing. Like, we never got outplayed in almost either one of those games.
Chicago match yesterday. I forget the other games we recently played off the top of my head. Give me 1 second, fellas.
We got Chicago. We came lost to. Oh, sorry, drew. Let's bring it back. You got Columbus, Chicago. I think New England might have been or was that in Leagues Cup?
That was Leagues Cup. So we got Orlando in Orlando, Atlanta in Atlanta, Chicago at home in Chicago. We lost to wow. When was the last time we won the game? Because our last MLS games was Orlando. We tied. Atlanta we tied. Chicago we tied. Austin we lost. So that's 4 games right there. Winless. Right? And then recently, before that, like after the restart, after the Leagues Cup, we had not Columbus Crew. That's 5 games winless.
As you said,
yeah, 2 losses and 3 draws.
Yeah. So like we're 5 winless games, and we're picking a minimum points on every single match, but then excuse me, I was on the water right there. Like it's just but I want to know at this point, like, where's this mentality going to change? Because we can every week we come on here, hit record, and I feel like we're starting to repeat ourselves because it's the same things happen every single week. You get the quotes from Cushing. Oh, we were in the match the whole time. We come to a place like this, and actually compete at blah 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 blah. But
we only won 2 of our last 11 game MLS matches. 2 of our last MLS matches. We're lucky the people around us on the table are struggling around just as much, but the gap is narrowing. The gap is narrowing. And also, like, the future aspect of this.
wait, narrowing or widening?
Narrowing. The gap is getting smaller between where we are and everybody behind us.
Oh,
we had a big gap between 5th place that we were in to 9th and 10th place. There was almost 9-10 point difference. Now it's like 5. And let me double check that.
It's MLS has one of those, like, anything can happen in September.
Look,
where like you could be in above the line and you strung it like 3 games in a row where it's just bad decisions, or you use bad results, and you find yourself literally not in the playoffs anymore.
9th place, that's the last playoff spot right now, is Atlanta with 31 points. We are on 39. That's a swing. We are also getting further from 4th with Rebel with 42. Luckily, they lost as well. But
it's a swing.
The gap, the 36th is 38 points. 7th is 37th. Like 33 points, 8th in Toronto. That's only 6 gaps. That's 2 matches. You know what I mean? Like, we all have equal matches except Toronto. We could fall out the playoff race.
It's getting to
the 7 games left. We could fall out the playoff race, I think.
And what was a little bit infuriating in that is that Cushing is right. We went to Columbus and for the most part played a decent game. Was it great? No.
Even the leagues, when the Leagues Cup you're talking about.
Leagues Cup, but even it feels like we've been living in Columbus for the last 2 weeks. But I'm talking about just this one, this past weekend.
Yesterday,
2 days ago.
Yeah.
The Leagues Cup, yes, but even this one, bro, we were in the match. He's right about that.
We dominated possession the first half by like,
it was like at a point was like 70% us, 75% us,
70 to 30. So it was literally like that drastic of a possession difference.
We're playing through the lines, but for some reason we can't play 90 minutes. And let's start even here, because as we always start with the lineup. How is it that these are Leagues Cup winners that played a game midweek and their lineup is not rotated?
They rotated on Wednesday.
That's fine.
Against Philadelphia, which they lost.
Did we play on Wednesday?
No, why are we rotating? Let's get into our lineup.
That's what I'm saying. I'm transitioning to it.
Because the
why did we rotate? And we started with we have it? All right, there you go.
Give me 1 second. I got it in 0.23 seconds. Boom.
There you go.
Ready to go. Rock and roll. You guys ready? Guys?
Bam.
Capricornio. Freezing goal. Kevin O'Toole making a start left back. Burke Reese, Thiago Martins, Tavon Gray. We got Keaton Parks and James Sands at the midfield, defensive midfield. We got Agustin Ojeda on the left, making a start over Maxi Morales, I think. Santi Rodriguez, Hannes Wolf, and Alonso Martinez up top. This is a semi-rotated lineup, being with the 2 positions that stand out to me really is Kevin O'Toole and Agustin Ojeda making starts. So let's start from the back first. Kevin O'Toole. Kevin O'Toole has been our starter for the majority of the past 2 seasons, but in the past 10 games, including Leagues Cup, it's been Christian McFarland.
Yeah.
And I can't say he's Christian McFarland has earned to go back on the bench, did something to get demoted from a starting position. I can't say that.
He literally just got called up too.
And he got called up to the U18s Ingerland. This kid's gonna go places, man. Like, you gotta play him unless they're actually literally saving him. But then why sub him in? It doesn't make sense. I think that's that position. And throughout the match, you notice Kevin O'Toole was struggling in certain moments. And I don't think certain struggles would have been the same with Christian McFarland.
Yeah, he was getting some praise because it wasn't all bad. My thing is, you bring him in, and I'm gonna assume because I'm not necessarily a coach brain. He's there for defense.
Sure,
He's only there to stop them.
I could agree with that.
Stop them from playing their wide game.
I could agree with that.
But if we're not going to actually do it, why rotate? Because you're introducing a change in the back line that's been steady for the last
10 weeks. 10 matches with the Leagues Cup.
And I guess I kind of answered my own point because when I started this, I was saying how we don't hold it together for 90. But you could bring him in to hold it together for in the later on.
Yeah.
He can come in later on.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
But now him starting, you don't really give ourselves an attacking
and that leads to the other part of that's why I wanted to bring up O'Toole first. Because who's he overlapping now? He's overlapping Agustin Ojeda, who hasn't been starting matches. Right? He hasn't really been getting that much playing time.
You think he plays? Maybe if he does, he gets
so you have to continue what you were saying. Two players who haven't been really playing on the same side of the field, who have to work together, who have no continuity together because they don't play together because they don't play.
Playing one of the best teams in the league,
and you're playing the best team in the league. No, not the one of the best. I think it's easily the best team. We spoke about it when we were watching the Leagues Cup final, I believe it was, where we said that this Columbus team could compete maybe in the Prem, but like in the 15, 16 position, like they're just outside relegation battle, but they would dominate the championship. Like this Columbus team
plays
is legit. And this game, to me, felt for the majority of the game, it was such a good game. Fast paced. New York City FC looked like a team who was up for it.
Bro, what was it? I think Alonso goes in the 4th minute, something like that.
Early.
Again, once again, we find it. And no bullshit. Not that because I wasn't keeping keeping up with the stats. Tavon Gray, assist leader for the club.
Look at that.
Like that tells you that I feel like that stat alone tells you everything that's been going on with this season. That Tavon,
everything that's gone wrong in the season.
Exactly.
Everything that's gone wrong.
Tavon is our assist leader. And with six. How is it that this man who could sometimes barely cross the ball has been our assist leader? He should be
nice now, bro.
He should be like the supporter though. Like that number should be, we getting 6 assists from Tavon. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. But we getting 9, 10, 11 from this person.
Exactly.
8, 7, 8, 9 from that person.
Yeah. Like that's how that should read, not team assist leader. Like that to me is crazy.
That was like how when Tati left, how was he the leading goal scorer for the season? He played half of the season.
Great. I think it was 9 goals.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even hit
10.
The
closest one was like 6.
So a great assist. So he slots it in nicely. Shouts to Wolf with the dummy. I think that's kind of what took the defense out of it.
That dummy's mad. Courageous,
yeah,
because Martinez doesn't get the pass, doesn't receive the ball. You just wasted Hannes Wolf wasted an opportunity because I think he has the skill level to receive the ball and his first touch put it in motion to turn already for him.
Oh, because he's gonna turn around.
Yeah, turn to shoot because his back was to go.
Yeah,
I think he has that skill, and I think he probably would have got off a really, really high XG shot, if not scored a goal in that moment.
But Alonso's confident. Also, he's shooting it like if he got a call up like we said earlier.
But that's the thing. What I mentioned about the left side, the continuity, the experience playing together. These guys have been playing together.
Tavon is already like I know. I just have to put the ball in there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
that whole right side of the field with the center forward. They've been playing almost the whole season together at this point, and that's why it's leading to a lot of success actually from that side with Tavon, the Hannes Wolf, and the Martinez link up. It's like it's a thing now.
Yeah. And then I think whoever's in the pivot role at that point understands like this is where you're gonna go.
And that's what the left hand side doesn't have it yesterday. And left us stranded. We were almost kind of playing with like a man down offensively at times. I felt with Ojeda on the left. He doesn't really impress me as much. I'm kind of over him already,
which is crazy.
It sucks.
He comes in with so much promise.
I'm over him already.
You think he's not gonna be in a
if there was only a guy who could score 3 goals in 5 appearances, come
do a little dance,
make a little love, get down
Obrigado tonight.
You know, hit him with the
Bond occasion tonight.
You know what I mean? Come through with the and Thales Magno scoring
again and again.
Scored again. Agustin Ojeda
doesn't do it.
He's not doing it for me. Maybe it's system. Maybe he's because he needs way more rhythm to catch.
He's been playing with the twos, which I don't,
to catch a groove. But I'm not sure. And then, but the question is like, if Maxi Morales has been with Santi Rodriguez been linking up, something that they've been linking up with for years at this point. Years. Why change that against them?
I don't understand why Maxi didn't start this match.
Why change that? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
City Boys had asked this question about can he keep up playing every single minute of every single match going forward?
Listen, bro, he ain't got much time left in his career.
No. I'm with you, but I think this past match with Columbus is sort of answering that question as to maybe what Cushing is thinking. Like, hey, like I need you on the bench today because I can't afford 90 minutes from you going forward. Like, I need you a little bit more rested.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you at least like you started. It's Columbus. You want to make sure that you get something out of this.
Yeah, they're gonna score on us. They're gonna want possession. They're okay without the ball.
Yeah,
they're okay.
They're
okay on the counter. They're okay building up the plays. Yeah. They're a really good team. They're complete. Team.
They're as a complete team as you're gonna find in MLS.
Look at this. Hear me out. Check out the differences how man to man, position for position. We're getting call ups to U18s, U21s, national teams. These dudes is getting fucking straight Colombian national team World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
The keeper, USA straight to the main roster after playing with the young with the U23s in the Olympics.
Yeah. Nagbe, funny enough, even though he himself kind of retired from the national team.
Yes, he did.
He was what people want Kean Parks to be.
They would love for him to come back to the national team.
Nagbe was a steady form. He was steady there with the national team.
So and we're
Christian Ramirez gets sometimes
the talent level is different.
But even just on the talent, it's just their demeanor to be calm. They're like, okay, we were down 1-0.
Impossible is an opinion.
Like, cool. Well, because what happens shortly after? I don't call it shortly because there was a lot of back and forth, but we have a blunder. Tavon has a little blunder with a pass, just trying something, gives it away, and then you have a crazy run, just splitting defenders by Mucho. And then
you should have fouled him. I forgot who it was on
O'Toole. You said you should have fouled him. It would have been
O'Toole or Martins. One of them should have just fouled him. I think maybe it should have been Martins because I don't think he might have got on yellow for that. Because
he's not the last defender, and it's just
that, it's not from the behind.
Yeah, it's a professional foul,
and it's not from behind.
Yeah,
is denying a goal scoring opportunity. Maybe there's
defenders.
There's everybody back there. No,
he gets a free kick.
You gotta get a foul. You gotta foul this dude. This dude's literally slicing and dicing. He split the both of yous.
Yeah. He split another, and then he still kind of split another defender, and puts in a pass right for Christian Ramirez, who also, and we don't have to touch too on it. By this time, Barraza has come in for an injured Freeze, which is gonna suck if he's gone for more than that.
Let's go real quick. Matt Freeze, first off, to have to be put in that position to come out that far outside the area and literally stretch, give it his all.
Dude,
that was pretty cool to see as like
he had to.
He went all out, literally stretched all the way to as far as he could to poke that ball. He had to because then they were scoring. but lands awkwardly. His right leg, you kind of see how it lands in the awkward position. I think it's bad. I think it might not be an ACL, but that's the type of thing that's like those pop meniscus ones.
Mm.
You know, but it could be ACL. But I think it's bad.
Yeah.
Minimum. At best case scenario, at 2 months. Best case scenario.
You think so?
But then the season's over.
He might.
I think he's done.
I
think he's done for the year, bro.
No.
Whether it's a 6 weeks, it's the season is over in 6 weeks, bro.
Well, let's hope that it's something that is just if he could walk out of there and not be stretched off, then it can be better than
I was able to walk with a tour ACL. Like
I know
you're able
same. I know, but I'm just hoping that it's a little bit more of on the good news than like we can see him come back. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to hear the news that where he's done for the year because then it's gonna suck on a whole bunch of fronts.
So let's talk about that if he's done for a year because Luis Barraza came in and they scored 4 on him.
Bro, that first goal,
they scored a 4 on him in the last game.
Dude, I don't know how he doesn't close in Ramirez in that scenario. Because he's coming in, you can force his shot for him to shoot it wide. Because if you look at the angle, maybe he makes it.
Yeah,
but don't look like you got stuck on like you just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the pass; he's wide open. Because another thing that we don't do is those kind of passes that put him through. For some reason, we can't make that pass. We try it like that. It's always either too wide and it hits a defender, or it's a too forward and our whoever's our runner can get to it. Like we fuck up those kind of plays a lot. Well, this dude Cucho's under pressure by all these defenders and still able to put it on a platter for this man. Like that's where it's just the levels are coming to.
It was Tavon with the turnover on the goal, right?
Yeah.
It was also Tavon responsible for 2 of the goals on turnovers?
Mm-hmm.
It was the first goal.
The first goal was Tavon's,
which was a horrendous touch. Touch. Like, why would you even think about attempting that type of Casemiro-esque pass? Like, it was bad.
I think, honestly, the second goal, I think was his. Because the second goal was, again, Barraza not doing what he needed to do. And fucking, my mans, explain to me how you can have who's this dude? Again, Ramirez, on your touchline, putting in a cross for Drusi. It's Drusi, right? Not Rusi. Rossi. How you put a cross on him like that and you don't close him down? Once again, Barraza is not a good keeper when it comes to that. Like,
but Barraza's I think one of the once again I saw this on Twitter, X. Was that when Barraza came in, the back line became discombobulated because of the communication issues between the 3 of them, the center backs and the keeper and the right and left back. There's like miscommunication there, and that leads to issues as well. The couple issues that I could think of was the later goals where someone's not being marked.
No one's yelling out.
And then like the defender's too far out. Like, why are you that far out away from the play if there's no one behind you?
Like, those last 2 goals were just the cherry on top of
we suck.
What is going on defense when we just turn off like that?
The scouting report is like, yo, his way to the 85th, they pulled the keeper. They pull the center back for like, I don't know what's going on. The James Sands injury, concussion protocol injury, a little scary, but I don't think we should. I don't think that injury we have too much to worry about because these players love CT.
It played a role in that 3rd goal because
Justin Hack,
my God, bro,
has played a total of 12 minutes, 15 minutes. I think he had played at that time total. My man's the jersey looked like it just came out the wash, soaking wet all the way, the ring all the way to the bottom of sweat. How are you that gassed? The dude just runs right by you, and you're barely able to like nowhere near keep up. Like you're literally gasping for air, trying to.
It's just he
Kevin
puts his head down and realizes like, oh
Damn,
shit, I have to run.
I gotta run
Because he's missing his marks twice. He's the one that brings in Rossi, right? He's on him, loses him, then this actually might have been the second giveaway from Gray. Because he then realizes he has to go and defend, fucks up that defense, ball gets past to Rossi now he realizes I have to run, tries to run, doesn't make that run. Then you got fucking Alonso coming out of nowhere, covering for him. How's Alonso the man that's covering for you, and you're a center defensive mid?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
All the way back.
That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Like it doesn't matter all the good that you do when every time you fuck up, you let a goal in. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it, because like we get exposed on our mistakes. Other teams are capitalizing on our mistakes and they are able to score on us. That shows how big of these mistakes they are.
Think about it.
You know,
we're in the match until mentally we check out and they take advantage of it. That's literally the name of the game for right now. Is how can we just stop? I'm not saying like stop being so stupid, but just
wake up.
Like
wake up, guys.
It's you see it all that like you see it happen. Then what happens? What was it? The third goal. Who was it? Who that scored it? Farsi. That scored it. Forget who scored it, but no, because he was one of the subs.
The third goal was Jones, assisted by Matan, who also came in as a sub, I believe.
Bro, again, everything that happened on the defense, bet. Mans finds Julian gets picked. You get the space happening. All of that happens, right? But Barraza still has a job to do because it was a light header. A light header. Like, how is it that you as a keeper are watching the play develop? You know it's gonna have to be a cross. It's not a shot. The dude heads it in. You can't scan real quick and find, hey, where's this ball gonna land? He's right in front of you.
Who was the one that was left them wide open at that moment? It was
who walked away. I want to say O'Toole was the one that kind of like looked a little lackadaisical there.
For the third goal, you said?
Yeah. But again, it's just a lapse, just lapse. And then when we get in position to score, we can't score. Yo, Santi had one. Santi, man. It hurt watching him miss that bad.
Twice.
More than twice. Yo, Santi,
because I know Baccarat had one or two. Santi had two. Like, I'm talking about like legitimate
Santi
one-on-one keeper shots.
Santi had a shot. It was put on a platter for Tavon had a cross that found Santi. Or was it Santi or Alonso? I think it was Santi that had found. Bro, that ball literally landed on Santi's feet. All he had to do was just tap it in front of goal. Skies it. Another one.
Vives en un country.
Bro, it's crazy the amount of chances that we can just fuck up.
Those are missed. Missed.
We should have
opportunities at this team, the best team in the league, reigning MLS champion, the current League Cup champion. They're on their way to chasing the Shield and potentially repeating as champions this year. CONCACAF Champions League finalists.
Yeah, second place.
Like this team is not going to forgive you. Like, they're not going to give you that many opportunities to continue to be like, oh, we'll get it on the next one. No. And then once they figure it out, they have a great coaching. That's the difference in this game, I think. The coaching level. Because I think
Nancy sets them up to succeed, essentially. Like, you know your moments are gonna come. Mm-hmm. You have people up top that are difference makers. I'm not saying, and I'm not being too, I don't know, because I'm part of me doesn't want to be too critical on like shitting on 100% of what happened because there were good moments, obviously.
Yes.
But you don't have the player right now or players up top that are just gonna, if they're in on goal the way that we have been, are just constantly gonna be clean. Like, you make your goalkeeper work. How are you in on goal that many times? I think we had like 17 shots, something like that. 3 on target.
We had 17 shots, 5 on target.
Like
17 shots. Like, come on, man.
That's
like,
a lot of shots
this is
taken,
once
bro.
again, this is repetitive history. This is the same thing with, like, we've been talking about this for years under this coaching staff. How in previous coaching staffs, this is something, but mainly this coaching staff, current coaching staff, that we get a lot of shots off, very minimum on target, and less goals than that.
Like it, you can't keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna bring you to the final third," and then you have to finish. Like, no, at a point you have to make a decision. Like, either you're gonna go for players who are gonna be clinical. Like, what I say this all the time: we are New York City, right? Actually, we all say we are New York City. Why is it that we can't get a Cucho?
Yeah, we play in the baseball stadium. I think legitimately that has something to do with it.
Like, this,
you know what it is. It might be auto imposed. This because, like, our front office staff, our scouting department could be like, we could sign a Giroud hypothetically, right? But how much of a joke are we gonna look in the global scale when everybody wants to see Giroud and he's playing in a Yankee stadium and a baseball?
We have 3 of the top footballers in the world at a point playing in that stadium.
Yeah, and it was a joke.
It was a joke, but
maybe they don't want to be joked on anymore. They want to be proper football lads and proper football club.
It took them over 10 years to get that shit over the line. That's
serious institution.
Like, we got to win on the way there. Like, it's just Santi, great player, but it's like you almost start seeing why he's not getting called up.
We need next level. We have Santi is a really good player. We need players above a bit more of a player than that. You know what I mean? Like, we need something more. Like, he's good, not great, and we need a 1 or 2 players on this team that are really legitimately world class, or could be potentially on the radar to be transferred, because our best players are not being scouted, rumored to go to Europe, and Santi Rodriguez ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think we as supporters and fans love him because in this league he's a really good player. But
who the hell wants that shit?
Watching Price is Right.
Price is Right in the back. But look, who wants a PT Cruiser?
That's not a PT Cruiser.
What is that?
That's an HHS.
Who wants that?
In 2010, this actually was a very hot car. There's a version of this that is a sleeper. Crazy
that shit
fast.
looks like
it was
the
supposed
cabs
to be
in England.
Supposed to be Chevy GM went through this retro mod phase in their design. It's
PT Cruiser. That's the Chevy PT Cruiser. Pontiac GMC Chevy. Boom. PT Cruiser. That's what they did. Was a Pontiac made the PT Cruiser, right? They went out of business around this time.
Chrysler made
They went out of business around this time. The parts department and shit. They were like, "Oh, we'll just take that, put the little square."
Chrysler was still rocking, bro. Counting country, bro. Shouts to the minivan of the minivans. Anyways, back to this game.
Price is wrong.
The price is. Nah, it's just. I feel like at this point, like, we can't really say it anymore. We need to either start being clinical, or
we've been saying this all year,
or sell these players.
You sound like Nick Cushion. He's like, we're doing everything right. The goals will come. We just got to get the goals to come. The goals got to come. The goals we've been waiting for those said goals for 2 full seasons at this point.
Sell
2 full seasons.
We need to bring in a forward that is gonna do what he needs to do. Like Bakra got on the score sheet, but son, did you see the rest of his game? Son, that dude has cinder block. Like, I no lie, no bullshit. I went to sleep dreaming of finding a cinder block outside to bring it today. Has been like his feet.
That's crazy trolling.
Son, this dude his touch is ridiculous heavy. Like, I don't understand. For somebody that's supposed to be like a fox in the box, whatever, his touch is horrible. Horrible. Like, I'm not for it.
He is he got lucky with, but it was a difficult shot. It was a great goal, but like I feel like he had easier ones that he just skied.
Bro, broken clock is right twice a day. Like
Yeah,
with him, it's like you'll have a moment where you're like, oh shit, he could actually score, and then go the whole time there. You know,
disappearing.
I didn't understand the Wolf sub, and I don't think he understood it either because he was pissed off in the bench. Like, who else came in as a sub? We had Julian that came in, and
Julian Fernandez came in for
fucking
Wolf.
came in and got a red. So it was almost like, for what? Santi caught a yellow because he wanted to be a hothead, and yellow granted, yes, Ted Uncle is Ted Uncle. Everybody, he's the new Geiger. But son, like, you know the rules, especially this year. FIFA was very real about the don't touch a ref.
Don't talk to the ref.
If you're not the captain, you don't be around them. Like, just
real quick, what do we do with goalkeeper if Freeze is hurt?
Romero's getting called up, even though his man's barely playing first team minutes.
I think I'm
shot.
gonna put this out there to the universe. I think there needs to be a legitimate conversation if Freeze is out and can't make the next game in 2 weeks at DC. I think that is a perfect opportunity to have the conversation of, does Romero get a start, being that Luis Barraza has given up 8 goals in his last 2 matches. 8 goals.
Yeah.
In 2 matches. Yeah, he nothing really much happened out of the Querétaro match. He stopped the penalty, whatever. Good, cool, but that's not scenarios we're gonna see every day anymore. Penalty shootouts, right? That's not it. If we make the playoffs, then maybe we could talk about that. But
Querétaro was a trash ass.
But
team.
like the Cincinnati match, he fucking got put 4 on them.
Yeah.
Yes, this weekend against Columbus, he got 2 good teams, another 4 on them. So DC, I know it's like you could also make the argument like, oh, let Barraza get a little rhythm against DC, who's more. This DC team is very comparable to us in talent. I think you could say
they have one person that,
but they're
that can just in the air is a danger all the time.
Benteke,
so
some might call him.
I think for what you need out of a goalkeeper right now,
yeah, but
Barraza's not.
But
he showed you that even in close range, he's not there. He's not reading the flow of the game, like
that rebound, that save to the rebound into the
fourth,
for the 4th goal against Columbus.
It hit the grass. You should have hold it or punch the shit out of this. Like,
yeah, how do you just like let it just bounce off you back into the middle?
Like, you know, the confidence that the confidence you get when you see Freeze just move on a save, like the way he's reacting.
I think we're in trouble, bro.
It can turn around because honestly, granted, yes, while we've been drawing with Freeze, a lot of these goals are not his fault.
Defensive errors.
It's just all defensive errors, but defensive errors lead to a lot of the saves that we've been praising Freeze for.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now is a lot of those defensive errors are going to turn into blunders that we're going to criticize Barraza for, because he's not going to be able to. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't think he just doesn't have it in him for this level. Like I think he's a USL keeper, or go to the USL for a little bit.
Play regularly. And then we'll see what happens. They should loan him off for a year.
Why not? There's something.
Why not?
Because I know maybe going down to the 2s is too much of like a step down, but
it is. But he needs to go somewhere to play, and I hope it's not with us.
I'm
DC is next in 2 weeks. We have this weekend off for international duty. For some rare reason, MLS didn't schedule us on international break. Yay! But there's still like 6 or 7 games.
Which another reason why we should not have rotated Maxi out. He's gonna get a break on his own anyway.
Yes. We played DC. DC is hungry. They're not that far out of a playoff position. We are struggling. DC for us has been a house of horrors. I think for the entire existence of this team, I don't think we've won many matches in the DC area ever. Yeah. At least I have never seen a DC win in person. To be honest, I don't think I've ever gone to DC and watched us beat them. I've literally left there crying a couple of times. it's scary hours.
Yeah.
Because the legitimate conversation starts to begin. If we lose this match, a legitimate conversation is like, at what point? I know we're still in the playoff positioning, but if everybody else is doing well, we could see ourselves going down the table, and we don't want to get into that 8 and 9 spot where we have to get that playing game just to go face Columbus or Miami in the first round and get smoked by them. Like, that's the position I don't want to be in, because I'd rather be in a little safer position where you face like the Red Bulls or like the fourth team. You know, like a matchup that's like, all right, we could sneak out of this round,
get out of this one,
and then after the next round, you know, whatever happens. But going right off the back to a playing game is hard, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we're not there yet, but
we're on our way there. That's that's what I'm concerned about. That's what we're on our way to.
We should be able to beat DC on paper. I have to now start saying that on paper we should be able to beat DC.
Because I'm gonna put it like this: if we don't beat DC, the next game we have a chance of winning, like that we would be favorites for, is the Nashville match, second to last game of the season, at home at Rebel Arena, for
wherever
like
you want to play.
Every other match outside of that, Philly, Miami, Rebel away, Cincinnati at home. Those could legitimately be four straight losses.
The Cincinnati match may also be RBA.
That's 4 legitimate straight losses possibly.
Yeah.
Then the Nashville match at home, which is like I said, the winnable match on paper right now, and Montreal away. Montreal away at that point, they're fighting for position. They're in the playoff hunt as well. Yeah. So,
and they could see, and they slow, like Montreal's not like I'm gonna say that they're an easy 3 points for some people now, but
we've had some relatively.
They tend to be a punching bag for certain teams. But for others, they tend to be a nuisance.
We've had some relatively positive luck in the recent years, past couple years. We've been able to get some victories in Montreal. We had a playoff victory. We've had regular season victories like in the past couple years. I know because I was there for all of them. And I'm trying to be there this year again. I'm trying to go to DC, bro.
Hey, man.
You know what it is? Like, the whole year has gone by. Maybe a lot of people could relate to this. The whole season has gone by, almost. And the only away game that I've been to was the Charlotte game. I know there was matches to New England and to Philly. The Philly was on a weeknight. New England a few weeks back
was a Friday.
Difficult games to go to if you have a full-time job and not able to get away with it. But I'm missing being out on the road with 4, 5, 6, or you're in a van, 8, 10 other people talking, conversating about whatever, life, the teams, other games, and just on the road camaraderie. I feel like I need that in me for this season, or else we didn't have a season. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been I've gone on the road every year in existence, like on the road, like on driving. So for DC and for Montreal, I'm gonna try to make both of these away matches. And just I miss the road. So if anybody has a space for me for DC, please let me know.
Country road,
take me home, country road. You know, I'm trying to go on the road, see the boys in blue, try to get some wins, hang out with my peoples.
No,
you know,
I'm feeling
prediction for DC away, so we can get out of here. Because I heard there's a little barbecue on the other side of this podcast waiting for us, a few minutes away. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say 1-1.
That's the last thing I want.
Say
tie. I'd rather just
a boring ass tie. That's what I think is gonna happen. A boring ass tie.
I'm gonna say
Scorpio.
Not a boring ass tie. I'm gonna say Aquario. A 2-2 thriller, just because I think DC ties it late. Because why wouldn't they be able to score?
We go 2-1 into like the
85th plus, and they score the tie to game, and then it sucks.
Yeah,
heartbroken again.
Something.
That's where I'm going with this. We will not be recording next week, I'm assuming.
Probably not. Also, we're gonna have to.
What's love got to do? Do what?
We'll post something, if anything.
for the next weekend.
Yeah.
Unless y'all want to do a full World Cup qualifier review. Vamos Ecuador. Vamos Ecuador. Queremos la copa. Yeah, let's go Ecuador. We play Brazil this weekend, bro.
Hey, man.
In Brazil. On Friday night.
Just like the NFL?
Oh, the NFL's in Sao Paulo, yeah. Yeah. But I don't give a shit.
2-2, 1-1. I'm all for trying to be positive, but this has been a negative week.
Yeah.
And hopefully
we are in trouble.
Yeah, we're in danger, guys. This is coming just from two.
No, we're in trouble.
Two guys who love this team. We could potentially be in trouble.
We could legitimately. I would not put it past us not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
like that's how much of a downward spiral I see us going down right now. That we do everything right, but we just can't score, and we give up late goals, and we lose a lot of these games. I think that is exactly the route we're heading towards this year. And then in a few weeks, we could get into more conversations of how soon after the season ends should Nick Cushing get fired.
Yeah,
I think with that conversation, we're gonna have to have that conversation because it's a topic again. Yeah.
I think on that note, let's get these barbecue in. Everybody, once again, like, subscribe, share it, everything you can. Listen to your astrologies.
Y con mucho.
Amor. Boom. That's when you should have dropped it.
Drop what?
That. Bow.
When I see the stars and the planets, all my ultimate warriors are out there, and we come together, and we're gonna go eat this barbecue right now, boy.
Dios los bendiga a todos, hoy, mañana y siempre. Y que reciban de mí siempre paz, mucha paz, pero sobre todo mucho amor.